I'm Garrett, I'm 19 years old, and just recently I took on my first long-distance sailing passage from Hawaii to Tahiti that took 30 days.
I made it! Lano!
Immediately after dropping anchor and checking in with customs, I went to a restaurant near the harbor with my family and consumed more food than should be humanly possible. The anchorage was way overcrowded, so after a few days I left for an anchorage in Moorea, just 18 miles from Tahiti. The scenery in this anchorage was epic, and the anchor holding was just as good. I met lots of cool sailors, and there was even a floating concert hosted by my new friend Steve and Lily on a boat called Leeward, where everyone tied up with their dinghies and listened to live music off the back of the boat. After a few weeks settling down and relaxing here, I was ready for my next sailing trip to a place with some of the best diving in the planet. Okay, I raised anchor at Opunahu Bay on Moorea, and I'm headed to Fakarava, Tuamotus. This is my second longest passage ever, I guess. 2.5 days or so, 250 miles. But yeah, it should be interesting. Here's the island I left from, called Moorea. Because the wind blew from the west, which is very uncommon, I was able to sail straight to Fakarava in the Tuamotu atolls. The Tuamotu Islands offer two main risks and challenges. The first being that there are usually only 1 or 2 passes to get in and out, meaning all of the water flow concentrates into one place when the tide changes. If you time it wrong, this can cause strong currents and dangerous standing waves. The second challenge in the Tuamotus are the many coral bommies scattered throughout the atoll. Avoiding them requires constant diligence, and a lapse in attention can be disastrous. It's safest to traverse when the sun is high in the sky, but that isn't always the best option. There's Leeward. They're going to Fakarava as well. I've been hanging out with them quite a bit over the last couple of weeks. Great people. So, it is the sunset of day number 1 of my passage to Fakarava. Just totally perfect conditions out here. I don't think I've ever sailed anything like this. I didn't expect anything this pleasant. I expected really squally conditions and lots of rain, but instead I get this. It is day 2, evening, sunset. Nothing happened today, pretty much at all, which is exactly what one can hope for on this kind of thing. Last night was really nice as well. I got quite a bit of sleep, probably not enough. By quite a bit, I mean like 3 hours or something, which is quite a bit for solo sailing, I guess, but I'm just watching the sunset, doing slightly less than average progress, but that's all right, because I have to waste a day or waste a night before I get there, so I don't go into the pass at night, so I'm in no hurry. So it is day 3 now. The wind lasted all through last night, which was an unexpected surprise. I actually slept quite a bit too, meaning maybe 4 hours tonight. Whoa. Yeah, died around noon today. I only had to start motoring about 50 miles out, and now I'm motoring right now. I've got about 35 miles left to go. It is, let me see, 5 a.m. I'm gonna get the engine back on. I've just been hanging out outside with the engine off, waiting for the hours to tick by. I think if I start motoring now, it'll be slack tide or slightly past slack tide, which is perfect by the time I'm to the entrance. So here goes nothing. I'm in the pass now. Doesn't seem to be much current. There was a tiny bit outbound at first. Now it seems to be a tiny bit inbound. I'm indifferent, either one, doesn't really matter. It's slack tide. broke for no reason on the way down from Hawaii, so I don't have one. And they're too expensive to buy a new one for me, so I'm going to that one, I guess. Probably should have bought one either way, but it'll be alright. So I spent a couple hours anchored on the northern part of Fakarava, but the wind is going to southeast, pretty strong tomorrow morning. So I'm on my way from northern Fakarava, which was over there, to southern, which is somewhere over there, too far to see. This evening is absolutely perfect. The waves are just inches tall. Calmest I've ever seen water before outside of, you know, a harbor. It's pretty cool. Looks like I've got about 3 more hours till I get there. So it'll be dark, obviously, by the time I get there. It's 5:20 now, but that should be all right. I have good charts. I have Navionics tracks from someone that's done it a bunch of times, and I'm just following the yellow line. Probably not the smartest thing I've ever done to do this at night, if I'm being honest, but I have tracks, I have satellite imagery. I don't really see how I can screw this up. 2 more hours, a little more than 2 more hours, and I'll be there, and I'll find a place to anchor.
Garrett, wake up, it's time to go to the South Pass and go snorkeling.
Hello, I'm Nate, Garrett's friend from Montana, and we're down here helping out doing some filming in the Tuamotus, and like he said, we're on our way to the South Pass, do some diving, some snorkeling, and it is a beautiful Saturday.
After diving the South Pass of Fakarava twice, which turned out to be one of the most incredible experiences of my life, Nate went home and I sailed in flat water up to the north end of Fakarava. So right now I'm at the North Pass of Fakarava in the Tuamotus, French Polynesia. The wind has switched to south and I'm on the north of the island of the atoll, so I gotta leave, or at least I want to leave. So tonight I will be exiting the North Pass for Toau, a different Tuamotu. It's not ideal to leave these at night, but this is a really big and easy pass, so I think it should be alright. Just pulled up anchor with the help of a few friends. Now I'm headed for the pass. wasn't too bad. Caught on a couple bombies, but we were able to get them out. And now I'm just motor sailing with the jib, headed north. It is 6:25, getting ready to enter the pass. I got here faster than I thought, which is a good thing, because there's actually quite a bit of wind in here, which is ideal. And here I am. Just gonna go right on that corner, or right there, because on the sides of the passes, for whatever reason, it is less current. Even though it's slack tide, it shouldn't matter, but I just like to keep it safe and not hit something. All right, going through. I think I timed it perfectly. There's almost no current. I've left the pass over here, and I'm headed to this place over here. I'm on the east side of Toau right now, and pretty close to land, but there's nothing like just outside, so it'll be all right. And I'm just kind of making my way. It's really rolly, but that's fine. And I'd prefer sleeping, but that's not always an option. So for now, I continue doing this. So I'm getting close to the channel for this little false pass I'm going to. It's weird, I'm like normal RPM, but I'm only going 2.6 knots, so I guess there's a strong current. I don't think it has anything to do with the place I'm going. I think it's just unrelated, I guess, but didn't expect that. Weird. So I spent, got to Toau and spent yesterday morning and today and slept through last night. Woke up, it's 3:30 now, and I'm headed to Tahiti, the next atoll. Didn't do much there, just kind of slept, relaxed after that overnighter, and here's where I am now, here's where I'm headed. Alright, daytime now, getting ready to enter the pass. You can see the Toau just over there. It's a pretty narrow one, probably the hardest one I've done yet, but still should be fine. It is slack tide, so enter in a couple minutes and then see how it goes. Got the sail down. Now I'm just gonna hand steer till I am through there. Although the currents can be dangerous to sailors, they also help produce extremely healthy coral and marine life. Here's what the pass looked like when my friends went through at a slack tide with almost no current. If timed improperly, it's best to wait until slack tide, but you can also hug the side of the pass where the current is much less strong. That's why this dock is able to be here, even though sometimes the current in the middle can run upwards of 5 knots. After making it through the pass with no problems, I motored 8 miles to the other side of the atoll to meet up with some friends from Hawaii that sailed to French Polynesia the year before me. Thanks so much for watching. Some of you recommended I set up a Patreon account, so if you're interested in supporting the production of these videos, feel free to check out the link in the comment section. See you next time.